I come to you today with another tag video, and I'm trying out something new technologically speaking. I'm filming this on my MacBook just to see how it works. So you might never see this footage. We'll see. If it comes out all right, I'll give it a try. But this is the fan fiction tag, which I saw on Jen Campbell's channel, and of course I was gravitated towards it because I love fan fiction. So I thought I'd go right through it, and we'll see how it works. Question number one, do you read and write fan fiction? I do. I do a large amount of both. I read tons of it, and I write it whenever a must-tell story comes to my mind. Question number two, how and when did you discover fan fiction? How old were you? I discovered it right after Star Trek went off the air, when those of us who had been devoted fans started making our own fiction, telling our own Star Trek stories because we had nothing else, uh, including ancient historical artifacts like this, old, privately printed and bound fanzines of a type I don't know exists anymore. I think they're all online now, but we found it indispensable, and it was so much fun. And curiously enough, that was when I was 28. Question number three, how has fan fiction evolved since you found it? Well, the answer is obvious. It's become professional. Books that are self-avowedly fan fiction have been on the bestseller list repeatedly. And some authors are very wealthy because of it. The totally underground nature of it has largely disappeared. You can do thinly veiled fan fiction and market it to an agent. Question number four, do you still enjoy it the way you used to? Well, no, that's not really possible. Those days are gone. I mean, it used to be samizdat. It used to be furtive and fugitive, and it isn't that anymore. In the original Star Trek stuff, Legion of Superhero clubhouses all over the country, the original Doctor Who fan community that sparked up in this country long before the Eggleston reboot. Those days are gone. That kind of rough and ready Wild West stuff is gone. I'm not saying what replaced it was worse, just it's not the same. Question number five, which fandom do you enjoy reading and writing? Almost anything. All it needs to do is spark my imagination, and I'll do the research and get right in it. Question number six, who are your OTPs, standing for one true pairings? Question number seven, have you told anyone you write fan fiction? I love the silent implication of the question of it's some sort of dirty secret, and I have told almost no one. You at BookTube, but other than that, almost nobody. Question number eight, what does fan fiction mean to you? Well, that's the heart of the whole subject, right? For me, it's a way to engage more fully with a world you don't want to leave, a creative world you don't want to leave. I think that's why so many fan fictions are set at Pemberley or in the world of Pride and Prejudice, because you fall in love with the world and you don't want to leave it. You want to tell more of its stories. Question number nine, do you prefer a canon-based fiction or AU? And AU stands here for alternate universe. And the difference between them is canon-based is designed to smoothly fit into the pre-existing written world, and AU is where you alter it in its fundamentals and its character and its continuity. And it's always struck me that AU is basically just creating your own work. If you've got that far that you're willing to restructure everything in order to tell your story, then kick away the training wheels and just write your own story. No one's going to know anyway because you're already deviating from the source material. I always do canonical. And question number 10, tell us about fan fiction you've written. I've written quite a bit. I'm all over fanfiction.net under a host of pseudonyms, but under my own name, probably the most extensive fan fiction I've ever written was based on Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, and that was a trilogy of books. I wrote Troy War, which was my novelization of the Iliad, Steve Donohue's Ulysses, which was my novelization of the Odyssey, and the Telemachia, which was my story of the adventures of Odysseus's feckless teenage son, Telemachus. And they were enormous fun. In fact, this whole tag is making me want to write more fan fiction. but anyway, there you have it. There is the fan fiction tag. And we'll see how this video works. If it works, I'll upload it. If not, I'll do it again on my phone. But in the meantime, Thank you, Motu.